Alright guys, welcome back to Golfside Bait Works. Today we're gonna make a new color again. You know, we're playing experiment. That's one of the things we like to do here in the shop. So, I had really liked in the video that we used this Sakura, so we're gonna use that. I pulled out a few colors I thought would look good with it. And I think our base color is really gonna be more of this one. Violet Grape Changeable Non-Bleed from MF, a classic color. That's going to be kind of our base to mix with the Sakura, and I think it's going to give us like a shiny pink and purple. And then I grabbed a couple other things I thought might look good in it. I grabbed a couple of blue glitters. These are Cobalt Blue in .015 and .040, and those are Lure Works. And I was thinking that some 8-bit Ursula Siren scales would look good in it too. You know, that makes everything look good. So let's check that out. I'm gonna put the Sakura in first. And we're not gonna be shy with it because when we used it before, it did not seem very opaque. It was very, very clear. So we're gonna jump right to a 16th with that. Got a bunch of red glitter on there from the last video. All right. And we can always come back and add more of that later if this ends up not being enough either. Oh yeah. Just look at it by itself. That color is great. And anything we don't break up right now when I reheat will break up, so that's okay. Yeah, see, it's still fairly clear when you do that. All right, so let's start out with 10 drops of this. This is a fairly thin color. For anyone who's used MF knows. Yeah, anyone who's used MF knows their colors are fairly clear. Yeah, it's kind of giving it like a extremely light pink, almost white sheen on the top. You know, but we're still fairly clear too. So I like that. That looks cool. So yeah, that's gonna be our main. We're gonna throw some blue flake in there. It's cobalt blue like we said before. We're not gonna go crazy with it because we are gonna put that siren scales in there too. And the siren scales is a lot flashier. So we're doing a 32 of each of these. There's a 32 of the .040 and a 32 of the 15. All right. And of course we got a cup of worm blend, not worm oil. I guess I said that in the last video. Worm blend. All right, and as always, we're going to do a quarter of our siren scales, and we're using Ursula. Oh, nice. It really gets the pink color matched in there, because this has got pinks and purples and some kind of some golden, almost greens at some angles too. And that is SS008 Ursula. All right, looking pretty good. So that's our color, and I'm interested to see what this looks like in the worm. In fact, looking at it, it might actually be too thin still. We might have to add some more. Let's do a little test here. Yeah, see how clear it is? It's got that nice shiny sheen to it, but it's very clear. Now from here, the question is do we want to add more of the dark purple or the light pink? And I think the light pink was our base, so I think I want to add that. Just a little bit of siren scales there we can get in there. Now, those are high-end materials, so we don't want to waste them. All right, we're putting another 16th, so that makes an 1/8 of the Sakura, and that's from Mad Micah's. For anyone that did not catch that, yeah, because I want our base to be more pink than the purple. Or our baits. Yeah, it's almost like a silver mixed in. And we're getting real close to me needing to reheat this as well. All right. Yeah, I think that's looking good. I'm gonna reheat the plastic, and then we will be back to shoot. All right, you gotta check out what this did on when it was heated, and the colors really mixed even better together. You know, broke up all that powder. Yeah, that looks great. All right, so we're gonna shoot that. I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, but I grabbed the same mold we used in the last video. We're using the shaky head, 7-inch shaky head from Angling AI. Really like this design, like that bait a lot, so that's what we're going to use. Purge that, and here we go. And our mold is cold, so hopefully we're good. All right, well, we're gonna let that cool, and then we will be back to check them out. Let's check these bad boys out and see what we got. Ooh, look at that. They're like a light silvery purple. Am I in the camera good? They've got like I really like that silvery color that they took on. I think that these are definitely fish. You know, and yeah, you can see the siren scales in there, in that blue. You know, and like I've said, we're here to experiment, right? So the thing I really got out of this experiment was the adding that Sakura color to a purple gives it a shiny white sheen, and I can see that useful in things that are purple that I want that are in like a fish shape, you know, like a bait fish shape. Like say if you were doing Joker, it's green over purple, right? So if you added that to the purple, you give it that shiny white sheen on the edge, and that would make it look even more like a bait fish. So I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, so you know, like I said, we like to experiment here, and in every experiment we learn something, even if that something is don't do that. But yeah, so definitely let me know what you think of our color. I think it'll fish. I think fish will hit this. Yeah, let me bring the old camera around, and we'll check everything out. Alright, so there's our baits again. and we went with we had 10 drops of violet grape from MF. That's the changeable non-bleed. We had an eighth of Sakura from Mad Micah's, a quarter of Ursula, and we did a 32 of two different sizes of Cobalt Blue. We did a .015 and the .040, and that was what we got. So yeah, if you liked the video, if you enjoyed it, give us a like. If you have any thoughts, throw a comment down there. Comments are appreciated, and they do help the algorithm and help our videos get out to more people. So make sure you do that if you have a comment. So anyway, thank you for coming by Gulf Side Baitworks. We'll see you next time.